Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. Thank you for watching this video and welcome again to zaini4ee.com channel. Today I would like to share another one topic. This time is about again about registered ethical engineering manager. I would like to talk about something that often being asked, either among Reem, even directly to myself. From the time I was in Energy Commission until now, I'm still practicing as the Reem. I would like to talk about the fee. The question now normally being asked, okay, how much how much Reem should charge, the installation if they are requested to become the Reem for that particular installation. Either they are external Reem, or even they are internal staff being suddenly the company wanted them to become the Reem for the company, because Reem can be appointed external. You can appoint the other party from the consultant like me, okay, or the company or the installation affected under the regulation can appoint their internal staff, who has the Reem certificate. The common question asked, how much, let's say, for example, for the third party, third party Reem like me, okay, how much Reem should charge the installation if they wanted them to be appointed as the Reem for that particular installation. Okay, the first question. I think I don't think I can give any number, okay, absolute number, how much would be the value, because for me, the most important part of everything, when it comes to the offering Reem service or Reem services, first of all, the Reem must know what they want to deliver, or what they want to offer to the installation owner. They cannot expect the installation owner know exactly, about the regulation or even the function of or duties of the Reams. Even some the installation owner, they don't even know what exactly their responsibilities under the regulation. Therefore, it is very, very important for the Ream. First, they need to know, they must know, not they must know what exactly their role as prescribed under the regulation. Okay. Secondly, how they want to deliver their services according to the rules prescribed in the regulations. Okay. And then next question, if they want to perform their role, as the Reem for the installation, do they just want to deliver their service based on the one purely to comply to the regulations, or beyond that? However, there is still some gray area there. Okay, what does it mean by compliance? If you're talking about to engage the Reem just to comply to the regulations, how you define compliance, and how you define something beyond just compliance? Okay, this is very, very crucial. The Reem must know what exactly they're supposed to do. Okay, if they said, okay, you can engage me just to comply to the law or to the regulations. Okay, or you can engage me to comply to regulation and also can do more than that. So what is more? So this is always the question. Okay? So it is very, very critical for the Reem to know what they want to offer. I give example. You're talking about compliance. So what does it mean compliant according to the exactly by the regulation, the minimum requirement to comply to the regulations? Okay, you have to understand very well what stated under the first regulation 6 and 7, and then secondly regulation 16. Because if the Reem don't know how to interpret the requirement under regulation 6 and 7 and also 16, it's difficult for them to define their role, to comply to regulation, because only these three regulation prescribe, okay, the requirement to comply to the regulation, as the Reem or as the installation owner. Because as the Reem is supposed to advise the installation owner all about the regulations. They must make the owner, the installation owner, understand what is this regulation all about. Okay, that one thing. Reem must understand what to, they must refer to the regulation as the basis of their service. They cannot, simply interpret the service without the reference to the regulation itself. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Otherwise, they may mislead the instruction owner, which is not really right or wrong. Okay, it's not ethical. For example, okay, if the Reem tells the instruction owner that if they engage, they are being engaged, the Reem is engaged as the Reem for the instruction owner, as the instruction as the Reem. Okay, they must conduct energy audit. Okay, it is wrong because the regulation doesn't say anything about, that the Reem must conduct energy audit. Okay, so this is very, very critical. Okay, if you watch my previous videos, I did explain in quite depth, in quite long, comprehensive about how to define the regulation 6 and 16, how you can interpret that regulation. Okay, so that all the understanding what it will, the Reem will offer, what they want to offer, okay, that will determine the fee. That will determine the fee. Okay, so I'll come back to the Reem. So that's why I cannot give any number, because each Reem has different competency, expertise, experience, and capability. Okay, so it's very, very important because Reem must be able to put everything that they want to offer into in writing. It's become their service proposal. Okay, and from that service proposal, they must also outline their service deliverables. Okay, if you ask me how did I do it? Okay, my approach is quite straightforward. Normally, I outline exactly what I want to deliver. Okay, and then I outline what exactly my deliverables. Okay, in writings. I can tell the prospect, what exactly what they can see, the tangible, something tangible they can see in the form of reports, service forms, advisory role, visits, and all that. Something they can see. I will deliver that. Okay, that will lead into the calculation of my man hours. Okay, and my fee based on how much man hours I will spend for that particular service or task or what that I propose and they agreed to accept as a part of my services as the Reem. Okay, so it is not that, it's not that difficult if, the Reem know what exactly they wanted to deliver. Okay, for example, in my case, okay, in my experience, okay, I don't offer the service just compliance service. Okay, for me, the definition of compliance is very simple. One, they engage me as their Reem, so that they can notify ST they have engaged me as the Reem. That's it. Okay, without me, they won't have any Reem for them, and they are not complying to the law. That one part. So that incurred the cost. They have to pay me every month for that. How much? You decide. Of course, I got my number lah. Okay, and then what service that part the appointment of me as the Reem, they have to pay some amount every month. Because without me, they don't comply to the law as the Reem. Secondly, how I don't what exactly, okay, I want to deliver for me to comply, for them to comply. Okay, how do I ensure that they will comply? According to the regulations, but you have to study the regulation 16 and 6, okay, and 7. Okay, so one of the obvious task is, okay, the installation owner has to submit the report, now online through EMIS to the Energy Commission every 6 months. One of the requirements in the submission, they must ensure that their report to Energy Commission must be attached together with the Form B. Form B is the form that Reem will sign. Reem must sign. And Form B is actually the declaration of by the Reem that all reports, all data, all information that is reported in that period to Energy Commission has been checked, okay, and has been assessed, okay, and has been verified by Reem. All are true. That happened every 6 months. Without that, the report won't be completed, and then installation owner won't be able to comply to the regulations. Okay, that number two. Okay, I have to verify the report, okay, before they can submit to ST. Number two. And then I look. So what kind of works, I will do to verify that. So what kind of information I need to analyze? What kind of assistance I need to provide to them? That is for how I derive the man hour involved that every 6 months. I have to put the value for that. How much man hour? From there, I come up with some number, some value of money every 6 months. Okay, number one just now, they appointed me what cost incurred there. Okay, and then I got the task to make sure that they can submit the report every 6 months. Form B. So they want twice a year or every 6 months. So I must put some cost there because I've spent my time, my knowledge, even my expertise sometimes to check the report before they can submit to ST. I have to verify that. Not only check, I need to verify that. Because the moment they send to ST, I have a knowledge that everything is true. Because if anything happen, ST can come back to me. It's my so-called, the owner is back to me already. So I have to put a cost on that. That number two. Okay. So number three, okay. Number one, number two, just compliant to me. Basically, to do that, I don't need to go to the installation every month. Okay. The most I will go maybe twice a year or every 6 months only. Okay. I don't expect myself to do beyond that. I don't need to go to the site. They may call me, but I won't charge for the calls. They may email me, I can respond. Okay. But the moment they expect me to spend the time at the installation, I have to put a cost already. Therefore, that's how I define, if I want to propose the fee for compliance, that's two. Appoint me as the Reem and help you, help to verify the information every 6 months. Bear in mind, the condition is simple. I don't prepare the report. They will prepare the report. The owner will prepare the report. Okay, they may ask my advice. Okay, but I don't do the report because my job, just to verify and check whatever they send to me so that they can send to ST. If I'm not happy, I ask them to furnish me information that make sure that I feel comfortable to approve it so that they can send to ST. Basically, I don't do that physical work. Okay, they may send me information, I just review. I don't write the report for them. Okay, if they send me some number, I ask them to show me how they come up with the number, how they calculate the number so I can check whether it makes sense or not. All that. Okay, that number 2, 1 and 2 is compliant. That's how I define compliant. Okay, and then because I don't do just compliance, normally my service, the first, number 1, number 2, and number 3, there are more, something beyond the compliant. Okay, one something that very obvious, I will help the installation owner to develop the energy management system for their organizations. What do I mean by energy management system? I help them to develop the system. Okay, I will help them. Okay, assist them on how to even talk to the management. Okay, convince the top management. Okay, to have a proper system, energy management system in the organization, for the organizations. So once they agree, okay, I help them to, once the management they agree on that, okay, I help them to develop the system. I help them to develop the policy, how they set up the team, energy management team, how to define the role of the team, okay, and then how to conduct the proper energy planning, Okay, how to review the data, how to analyze the data, how to establish the right energy performance indicator, energy baseline. Okay, how to give some idea on how to look into performance improvement opportunities, and how to set the energy management objective and targets, and what kind of resources they may require. Okay, and then how to prepare the action plan. Okay, and then how to implement the system. Okay, and then how to, let's say after they implemented the system, how they check the performance of the system, how they check whether they save energy or not from the programs, and then how to present all that to management for the management review. I help to develop the complete system. All that require 1 hour. First, to analyze the data, okay, to conduct the training, I have to come to the facility owner, to the installation every month. Okay, I spend time there certain hours. Okay, all that, okay, we come to main hour. I derive how much I charge, everything. So that become my cost. That's why my contract normally up to normally 2 years contract minimum. Because after that, they comply to the law, and same time they have a proper system in place. And then they can, after that, if they want to extend my contract after 2 years, they can continue using the system that I help to develop. That one, it's quite a gray area here. I derive that, system development from the provision of Regulation 16. Okay, even though it's not prescriptively mentioned clearly there, but that's how I define it. If the client agree to that, they engage me. So let's come to the fee. Okay, they come that way. So of all the 3 items, appointment as the Reem, verify the report of assessment, and then develop the system which we include the consultant advisory role, training, data analysis, all the calculations, all that, Okay, again, bear in mind, not including energy audit. Okay, energy audit. If they wanted to have energy audit, they will decide. So normally I don't conduct energy audit. I will help them on how to get a proper energy auditor. Even is that justified for them to conduct energy audit? Okay, because my role is just energy manager. I have to be independent. Okay, so therefore, even I help them to select the preparing the tender document on how to select, preparing the criteria, how to select the proper energy auditor if they want to go energy audit. So that will be my cost. Okay, that's why my fee based on that. Of course, I put some number. I got some credential, competency, and all that. Therefore, it's very, very difficult for me to compare, between you and me, different, even among Reem, because all of us got different kind of expertise and knowledge and experience. However, the common feature is that, you must, whatever you want to put a fee, they must have some kind of, something you want to deliver, you can deliver, and something tangible you can see. Okay. For example, if I would say I develop the system for them, at the end of my 2-year contract, I can show to them the system has been developed, and then they can see that because they can use the system. Okay, something tangible. They can see the report that I send every month. They can see the survey report that I submitted to them, all that. Okay, even when I submit my invoice, they attach with the service report. I explain to them what I did in the particular visit of that particular month. Okay, normally for my service, the first 2 years, I will come to the facility every month to deliver the service. Okay, even part of my service, I conducted the EMIS training, Energy Management System, EMIS Management Information System training for the installation owner if they just appointed me, because now ST no longer conducting the EMIS training for the installation affected under the law, under regulation. So that's how the fee coming from. I cannot simply put a number. So if you're Reem, you should know, okay, how to put your number. What you need to know, what you want to deliver, and how you put a cost on that. Either what you want to deliver in the form of service, in terms of man hour spent, okay, your expertise on that, even measurement. Let's say you do energy audit, you do the measurement for them, all that all cost. Okay, that will lead to the cost. Therefore, it's difficult. Even though I know in the market now, some being paid 150 per month. Okay, some 500 per month. Okay, I can't say that it's wrong because whatever being agreed, okay, it's okay for me as long as both parties have a similar understanding. Okay, but the only issue is that if they both parties assume, and no anything in writing being agreed upon. This is where sometimes the one that are always getting the bad name is the Reem, because sometimes the institution owner make questions. You are now my Reem, so I can't see anything you deliver other than coming to my place every 6 months to sign the form. Form B, what else? Okay, the Reem cannot simply say, oh, you want to me, you have to pay. It's fair, but for me, as the Reem, you must tell them upfront what you can do, okay, what you want to do, and what actually the social network agree. Okay, if you agree at the upfront, you agree upfront that no visit involved, okay, nothing in written involved, okay. I just make sure you comply, everything you prepared, all that must be written, must be agreed in the service level agreement. Okay, that's how the fee will come up. Okay, normally let's say I package my service, I outline all the 3 items just now: the appointment, the verification of the report every 6 months, and then what the service I want to deliver. I put all the numbers together, in 2 years kind of jobs, 2 years kind of period. And then I divided or put all together, I divided by 24 months. Okay, divided by 24 months, that whatever number there, that will be my charge every month. But it will come with a very clear work plan. I prepare the work plan for 2 years. I outline every single month what I will do. If I come for you, what exactly I will do, what will be the involvement expected from the representative from the installation itself. So they can see the works every single month for the next 2 years. Okay. Therefore, okay, if you ask me, what the institution owner will get if they appoint Reem just to comply, appoint as a Reem, and then just to sign the form every 6 months, I would say, in terms of energy management or energy saving, nothing. Unless they agreed, unless they agree on some kind of advisory role to be played. Okay, but that one not just appointment and also just every 6 months. It's something that in between. Okay, my experience, sometimes in between when I develop the system, some of my client, they wanted, they say, oh, Encik Zaini, it looks like we need to conduct energy audit. Okay, now you decide. So, and then sometimes they ask me, Encik Zaini, to do this for us to do this retrofitting project, before we go for that, shall we conduct energy audit? So I help them to justify the need for them to conduct energy audit. And then if somehow we discuss, they said, okay, looks like we have to. So they will arrange that separately. So I advise them, on how to get their good energy auditor and all that, how to prepare the draft, even report requirement for the auditor to be sent to them. All that. Okay. So I must be seen as something very independent, not the one that I provide the service and then I keep pushing them for that service. No. Okay. I'm not selling any product or solution for them. Okay, I'm not selling any service direct to them other than the efficient management of energy, some kind of an advisory works. Okay, because if you look at the regulation 16, okay, 16.2, 16.2, okay, 16A2, one of the responsibility of the Reem is, Reem shall be responsible to advise, okay, in implementing, Reem shall be responsible to advise in developing and implementing measures, okay, for efficient management of electrical energy at the installation. Okay, how I define that? I define that is to develop a proper system. Measures refers to proper energy management system, not just energy saving measure. Okay, that's how I come up with the idea when idea of helping them to develop the proper energy management system for the installation as a part of my service. Okay, because it's not being described properly in the law, so that's how I interpret that. And to deliver that system requirement, how do I define my system to complete or not? I refer to ISO 50001. Okay, so that's how the fee. So that's why again, if you Reem, for me, if somebody asks me, if you want to charge somebody, okay, to be responsible, you must be ready to deliver something tangible. They can see you can deliver, you can show to them you are delivering it, and then they can see that in the form of you come physically there, and also you come in the form of reports and all that, writing in writing. Okay, so it's similar question. Okay, same question. If how much the installation owner should pay the Reem internal Reem? Okay, the same, almost the same principle. The Reem must be able to explain to their boss, okay, what exactly he or she will do as the Reem. So what kind of work involved? What kind of man hour involved? How frequent is that? What kind of time involved? Okay, for them to deliver that. If compliant, how much? Okay, how much time will be required? If talking about compliant, okay, number one, appointed them as a Reem, okay, and then verify the report assessment for me nothing, right? But beyond that, the boss expected them to do more than that, and agreed upon. Of course, they involve man hour. That man hour involved will be on top of their existing the normal jobs. Okay, therefore, sometimes justified, they can justify by certain number with the analysis, proper analysis, to justify to the management they have additional job. Because if the Reem cannot show that, it's difficult to the management to see why should I pay you more when you are now employed. Why you just take another task as the Reem? Because don't expect the boss or the management understand what the Reem is supposed to do. The Reem themselves must be able to explain to the management what job they will do, the task they will do, that on top of their existing job, not just some kind of normal job. They cannot just simply they must do some kind of proper plan and also properly defined jobs works. That how they can justify to the management that they need that some kind of additional compensation or allowance or something like that. Without the number, you cannot. Okay, if the company insisted, you then have no choice. That one I leave it to your discretion on what you're going to do. Okay, but at least you know that you have justified your job according to what you expected to deliver. You know what to deliver as the Reem. If you don't know what to deliver the Reem, it's difficult. So again, we come back to the question: how much should you charge? Reem should charge. My answer: it depends on what you want to deliver and how much you put your rate. Okay, I put a certain rate every hour. How much I charge? So my number, man hour, every hour got the rate, certain ringgit, RM. Okay, and I total up all my man hour spent. I projected my man hour spent throughout that 2-year contract. So that I calculate my all number, including the training, visits, and all that, even including my traveling cost, toll cost, even if the outstation, all factored already. Okay, I put everything together. 2 years divided by 24 months, I got the monthly charge. Okay, similarly, if you're internal Reem, okay, you must put all the number, what kind of work will be involved, okay, and then you sum up the cost, you check your salary, how much you rate per hour, and then you put up the cost, and you compare whether which one is more effective, if the company engage third party, external party, or you as the internal Reem. Of course, you cannot expect you are being paid to be exactly like the external party, but somehow justify, to the management that you are doing additional job with a specific role, not just something that you can simply do it without, on your part-time basis, on your free time basis. No, it's being energy manager, either by law, not by law, in the proper practice to make the energy manager become effective. It's quite specific job, even though it's not 8 hours per day job, but this is a quite dedicated job. There will be a different kind of analysis, knowledge to be gained, then to go certain training and all that, and then to practice all that, Energy management is quite a specialized job. It's not anyone can be a good or effective energy manager just because they got the certificate as the Reem. They must gain the knowledge, they must learn all the skills, everything. Okay, for example, you want to if you want to establish the energy performance indicator for the installation or the factory or the building. If you don't know the method on how to establish the correct energy performance indicator, so you may mislead your management with the wrong indicator of energy performance. Okay, so this is quite specialized job. Okay, but if you cannot convince the management, okay, or convince, if you are external party, you cannot convince the client, okay, or your internal Reem, you cannot convince, you cannot explain that to your management what exactly your role, it will be difficult. Okay, unless the installation owner just want to comply, that's it. So up to you. Okay, normally I won't go for client just want to comply, just purely just compliance. They said you come here 6 months, sign, that's it. That I expect from you. Okay, nothing wrong if you offer that service, nothing wrong. Okay, because the law is silent. Okay, the interpretation of the requirement under regulation 6 and 16 purely up to the Reem and or the installation owner to interpret that. That will reflect to the role to be played by the Reem at the installation. Okay, again, okay. So the fee is depend on what you want to deliver. Okay, I know in the market now there's some people being paid 150 per month. That I heard. Okay, from the market, because I'm quite close in the market. A lot of people talking to me, interact with my colleagues and all that. Okay, in the circles. Some being paid few thousands per month. Okay, but I don't know. Honestly, I have. It's not for me. I believe that it's nothing wrong with that if there is an agreement between the two party. Okay, but if in between is very grey, there will be a lot of perception. Okay, perception which is not good normally. For me, simple. If the installation owner cannot see the value of the Reem they appointed, the one that will get the bad names, I would say all Reems. They send the wrong message to all Reems lah. So the reputation of Reem should be not good, so good. If that, actually, if the institution owner start to talk among their among their peers, or even if they talk to the regulator, even to the agencies or something, that they say, oh, I appointed Reem, but they don't do anything. Basically, they just come to sign my form. This is my, that's it. They don't do anything basically. Okay, so there's no right and wrong. Okay, but again, if you want to charge, for me, my rule of thumb, you need to know what you want to deliver, how you want to deliver, and how you're going to show that you are delivering that. Either you are internal Reem or you are external Reem. Okay, if you are the institution owner, how much you want to pay? Okay, of course, if I want to pay somebody, I want to pay for something that he can show to me what he or she will deliver. Whether it's valid, is valid or valid for me to pay that much or not. Okay, for me, the spirit of the regulation is for the installation owner to benefit from the presence of from the appointment of the Reem. If that one cannot be, if the energy management activity, it's not improving, at the end of the day, they appointed the Reem, but the management of energy almost the same, So I think that they will kill the whole purpose of the regulation itself. They pay something, but basically paying for nothing. But even though they may comply to the legal requirement. Okay, I hope the sharing, okay, will be useful. Okay, that's my thought. That's my feeling. That's my thought. So I hope that's how I charge. Okay, maybe you want to know how much I charge. Depends. Okay, I do offer compliance service, but after that 2 years of contract. After 2 year contract, they have the system in place. I won't have that much role to play anymore because the system is there. So some of them, some of my clients, they wanted me to stay as their Reem. It's easier for them. So of course, so for the first 2 years, I came for the visit every month. But after the 2 years, because system is there, I've trained the personnel. I don't have to go there every month anymore. Of course, that one will be translated into the lesser fee every month. Okay, more to compliant. Yes, I do. But to start with compliant, I did not. Okay, I did not. That's how I approach it lah. I stick to that. I stick to that as for now. Okay. So again, fee is no particular number. It's up to you to propose. Okay, based on what you want to deliver, and then if agreed upon, deliver accordingly. All must be, for me, I would suggest strongly, all must be put into black and white. It must be some kind of service agreement that outline all the service to be delivered, all the timeline, every details, even the cost, man hour rate and all that, even traveling cost, all that into a very, make it very transparent, so that at the end of the day, both party can see and then agree, and then they can move on to deliver the best service as the Reem. And then if the Reem can deliver the service accordingly, I can guarantee you, of course, the benefits will come to the installation owner themselves. Okay, because the name of the regulation is efficient management of electrical energy regulations. So you, I mean, you're efficient, of course, will benefit the company or the organization in the form of improved energy performance or reduce energy consumption that will lead into reduce energy costs, and they will lead into increase business performance through the more profitability. Okay, with that, thank you very much for listening, and I hope the sharing useful for you. If you have any questions or any query you want to discuss further, you can send me an email. In the email I put in the bottom of the screen, or you can comment into this channel. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and salam sejahtera.